Hello, this is Astrologer Dawn here, and I wanted to do a little video about Uranus. I'm also going to read the rest about what's coming up this week, but also, obviously, I want you to see this. Summer attire at the moment. Anyway, I wanted to talk about Uranus. Uranus is giving us a wake-up call. Uranus represents the unexpected, the unusual, the sudden. It also rules things like the radio. If you think about Uranus, and if you know what Uranus looks like, or you can look it up on the internet, it's sort of like that. It looks like two radio towers. I've got some notes here just to make sure I cover everything. Anyway, Uranus went retrograde on July the 22nd and stays retrograde until December the 21st. Now, unlike some of the other retrograde planets, this particular one gives you a heightened sense of intuition. So instead, some of the other planets like Saturn, when it's retrograde, gives you the opportunity to really work on your internal fears, and it sort of makes you go internal. Well, Uranus retrograde sort of explodes and allows you to really hear your intuition. So, and it's going to be in the sign of Aries. Well, it's been in the sign of Aries since May of 2010 and will be in the sign of Aries until about March of 2019. So that's about 9 years. That's about average. Uranus in Aries. Aries is all about the new, is all about adventure. It's let's start something, let's explore. And then when you mix it with the Uranus energy of the sudden and the awareness, you ought to be able to really tap into your intuition of what's correct for you in terms of career, relationships, how you see friendships, finances, your spirituality. You've got to go inside. So you're gonna have more energy at the moment with this Uranus in Aries retrograde. So it's very exciting. More spirituality. As we are going individually through this awakening process, as a collective, as the human race, we are going through a process as well. Uranus happens to rule humanity as well. So Uranus retrograde, we're looking at some massive changes, massive evolution, awakening. That would be a good way of putting it as well. Many of you have been having a sense of dissatisfaction within your body with regards to certain areas of your life. This is the first part of really becoming more of your authentic self, recognizing like something doesn't feel right. It can be, again, your relationships, your finances, your career. It's just that niggling, something doesn't feel right. It's really an opportunity for you to look at, what don't I like? Well, what do I like? And if I do like this, how could I incorporate more of that? Because this is an adventure that you're going on. Don't discount things. And you've also got a desire, a lot of us, if we're really listening to this Uranus and Aries retrograde, a lot of us have a real desire on to understand ourselves on a deeper soul level. So use this period of time. It only just started, July the 22nd. Today is August the 10th. It's going to go on until December the 21st. Now, you also want to look at where it's going through in your own personal chart. Which house is it going through? So, I'm going to do a quick run through of if it's going through, if this Uranus retrograde is going through your first house, you're certainly going to be much more focused on your body and on yourself. What's best for you? What do you really want? What works for you? And also looking at your body. You may make sudden changes. You may have had long hair for a long time and suddenly decide to cut it, or you go makeup free, or you let your hair go grey. You've never had any interest in meditation and you find yourself in a meditation class. So remember, it's awakening. Uranus through the second house, you could be having a big aha moment about money. That aha moment that you're having about how you're handling money in a negative or a positive way is going to increase your self-esteem either way. If you're handling money well, and you don't need to sort of, your new adventure has something to do with how you're spending it, that's fabulous. You can pat yourself on the back. In the second house with, if you recognize you're having money issues, then you're off on the new adventure to take care of that. Third house, it's all about communications, writing, talking, speaking, getting those ideas out there. New ideas you have, get them out there. Teach, learn, take a course, come coach with me. Learn something new that's going to really inspire you coming up in probably after December, when we go direct, when Uranus goes direct. 4th house, changes at home. It can be positive, it can be negative. Ultimately, if you are following your path, it will be positive. May not be so at the beginning. Changing homes, issues with homes. Or what do you want to do with the home? Do you really love it? 5th house, children and your creative self. Great time to embark on new projects. I just started creating mandalas. Excuse me, I'm going to show you. I'm very proud. This is my first mandala. I hope you can see it and I've got the camera correctly. This is for relaxation. I have it going through my 5th house, thank goodness. Also my children, so, you know, stuff is coming up with them as well. 6th house, work, service, and your health. Suddenly unexpected issues may come up around your health. Doesn't mean you're going to die, just means you need to take care of them. 7th house, relationships, new relationships starting. Also changes in sudden changes in relationships that you have. Maybe somebody's having an affair. Is it you or is it your partner? Maybe you've come to the end of the road. Thank you, honey. My husband's just coughing here. He's sitting here playing chess while I'm recording this. Maybe you've come to the end of the road. Maybe you're ready to start a new relationship or do something new within your relationship to keep it fresh. 8th house, what do you need to work on? Go within. This is all about transformation. You know, when it goes through that 8th house, suddenly you get the real quick ideas, feelings, knowledge of the areas that you really need to work on and you really need to go deep. In the 9th house, you may take sudden trips, go back to school. Certainly higher learning is important. And then we've got the 10th house, sudden changes in careers. Is it time to start your own business? Is it time to quit the job you have now and do something different? Do you want to go back to school? And by the way, in terms of school, there's absolutely no point in you going to college unless you need that college degree for what you're going to do. And for those of you going to work for yourself, you know, you've really got to look at your industry. Does it require you to have a degree? Do you have to get a certain certification? That's better money spent. So really think about that. 11th house, change in friendship, change in belief systems as well. Maybe you get involved in some kind of charity and it really tugs on your heartstrings, and so you really put more energy into it. New people can come into your life. 12th house, fabuloso. Those of you who have not been open to intuition, you're going to get flashes of them and you're going to be sort of going, who said that? Or what happened there? Listen, because the more open you are to listening to your intuition, the more you follow it, or you have the ability to follow it, the more your life is in flow and you are more authentic. Okay, so I completely did this. It's not that I did this video against my will. I keep thinking I have to have makeup on. I have to be looking perfect in the perfect clothes. And that's not the way I work. I work in summer clothes most of the time. I never wear makeup. I have no shoes on my feet. This is my home office. That's the life I've created. So I'm not going to be dressing up in my videos. And I don't think I'm going to be putting on makeup either unless I really feel like it. So anyway, go and have a think about how Uranus is going to affect you. See if you can intuit which house it's going through. And enjoy. And I'd love feedback on this as well. I really love feedback because I'm really pushing myself to do these. And the restrictions and obstacles and challenges that I put on myself is that I somehow have to look perfect, and I don't. So, namaste. Honey, I'm going to need you to turn that off, please. Look at that, isn't that wonderful? He's walking away from his chest game. Talk to you soon.